Hey there, Dr. Ben Atkins here with you, and welcome to the Ultimate Subscription Business. How to turn a 3-page template into a 10K per month business. Yes, even if you suck at web design. So I am extremely glad that you are here. We have got a lot to cover today, but let's just sort of get an idea of what we're talking about here. Let's just really sort of strap in and figure out what we're all going to be sharing today. Guys, if you know me at all, and if you don't, that's okay. I'll introduce myself a little more in a minute. But if you know me at all, you know that I'm big on subscription programs. I am big on things that somebody signs up and they keep paying you month after month. The reason I'm big on that is because it gives you the opportunity and the money to provide a consistent service. You wake up at the beginning of the month and you're not having to go back into hustle and sales mode all the time once you get a few built up, because you know you've got certain income coming in. And what happens, you guys tell me, what happens when you've got a certain amount of income coming in? What does that do for your customers? What does that do for your customers? Well, it gives you the ability to give very consistent service to them. So subscription programs to me are great because everybody, both customer, both you, everybody wins. Okay? So what we're going to be going over today is my favorite type of subscription program. And what that is I'm saying this in quotes, but it's websites. Okay? Now, it's not really what I would consider a traditional website, but what you guys got to understand is the giant opportunity that everybody has right now that is on this call is that every single business out there, every single one of them needs some sort of representation on the web. They need that 24-hour business card. The interesting thing is most of them don't have one that actually serves them. Can you guys agree with that? Can you guys agree that most businesses out there with their website, they have one that's not really doing them any favors? They actually probably have one that's hurting them. Would you guys agree that most of those businesses out there's a few that are with it, but a lot of those businesses, the vast majority, are sitting in a position where they've got a website that's actually giving people a bad first impression. A bad first impression. They've got something, but it's not great. All right, so I think we're all in agreement here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started. I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do with that opportunity, how we can take advantage of it, how I do websites, how my whole business looks, and how you can set up a business providing websites, even if you're not a web designer, and you shouldn't be. Web design, to me, if you spend a lot of time on web design, you also spend a lot of time not making a lot of money. So what I'm going to show you is how to do this the right way, how to turn it into something that is passively making you income month after month, and you actually get to help a lot of small businesses in the process. So if you're ready to go, type the number 2 in the box. That lets me know you're excited. That lets me know that you're strapped in. You got a notepad. You got stuff ready to go. And yes, you're going to need a notepad today. This is one of those calls. This is something that, trust me, you're going to want to take some notes here. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's get started. Before we do get started, I want to tell you guys something real quick that I think is important. Please resist the urge here. Listen, it's my nature too. It's all of us, because we're sort of, we're technical sometimes. Even if you're not super technical, you want to be digging into things and making them your own. You are going to want to overcomplicate what I'm about to show you. So I'm going to give you this warning, okay? You're going to want to overcomplicate. How many of you sitting here right now watching this are overcomplicators and you know it? You're so good at overcomplicating. And I'm raising my hand too because, listen, I used to be this way, but the money wasn't coming in being an overcomplicator, so I had to switch it up. I just have experience not doing this. So here's the thing. You're going to want to overcomplicate what I'm showing you today. Just try not to. Now, you're an adult. You can do whatever you want to do. But what I'm about to show you is actually as simple as what I am showing you, as long as you're able to get out of your own way. So could everybody real quick do me a favor, say yes in the box if you can get out of your own way and you know you can do it and you're going to try. And listen, I know this is silly, but give me a yes in the box that lets me know. Okay, good. So warning is, I gave you the warning. You're going to try to overcomplicate it. It's just natural. I don't fault you for doing it, but understand you're going to have that desire. Try not to. So first things first, there's a few people on the call today that I've got mostly my crew people that know me, but there's a few people on the call today that don't know me as well. You should probably know how I got into this, this whole website thing, how this whole internet marketing thing. How did I get into it? Well, not too many years back, I was a practicing chiropractor in a very small town, and I had a lot of competition, guys. And with that competition came, I had to do something different. So being a chiropractor and a local business owner in a place where I had a lot of competition, I turned to the web because I didn't have a whole lot of extra money at that time to do a lot of extra things that was traditional marketing. So I turned to the web, and a couple key things that I was able to do really, really helped me stand out and really helped me do some things. And website was one of them. But being in a position where I had to grow my practice, I had to learn some digital marketing things. I had to learn how to build websites. I had to learn to do a lot of stuff because there wasn't a lot of people that I trusted at that point. Now, the one other thing you need to know about me is there is nobody on the planet that is less focused than me. I have to really work at it. How many of you can relate to me? It's hard to keep your focus sometimes with all the things that are flying around your head that are really shiny. Yeah, right? So that's me too. And I want you guys to understand that. But the story that I'm about to tell you about me is something that I think really plays into why this website model is something that is important that I think you can learn from. So real quickly, guys, let me ask you a question. When I was a chiropractor, when I started building up my practice and when it started working, like I went from in 6 months using just the internet, I went from nobody knowing who I was to competing with all of the businesses that were like me, chiropractic offices, in about 6 months. What do you think happened when people saw what I was doing on the web and they wanted it for themselves? What do you think happened really quickly? Pretty quickly, as a chiropractor, I started getting other chiropractors that I knew calling me saying, hey, can you help us? I started getting other businesses in my town calling me saying, hey, can you help us? Can you help us with our marketing? And I was more than happy to do that and charge them something. Would you guys like to see, and this is a little embarrassing, but I'm going to do it anyway. Would you guys like to see one of the first client projects that I took on when I first started helping local businesses? Who would like to see that? This is a blast from the past. You're going to laugh a lot, but how many of you would like to see the first thing I took on? This was about 7 years ago when I first took on my first local client. I need more than that. If you want to see it, let me know in the chat. I'm going to take a drink while you guys are doing that. Okay, so don't laugh at me, but here's the first site that I did. All right, this was my first client that we did a website for. It was a law firm. Okay, this was 2011. This was a law firm. I loved this client. I thought these guys were great. I thought they had a great law firm. I thought their hearts were in the right place. And this was what we ended up putting together for them. Now, here's the thing. They were paying me $600 a month to do this. Okay, now this website had a lot of pages. That's where the money comes in. The maintenance was heavy. And let me tell you, 7 years ago, it was not as easy to build a website as it is now. So I was getting $600 a month. It took me about 4 weeks to build this site. It was in WordPress. And let me ask you guys, after that 4 weeks was over, do you think maybe I was exhausted and tired of this project? Do you think I was tired of this project? Here's the thing. There was about 8 different lawyers at this firm at the time. Each one of them wanted me to go change something. It took me forever when I set this thing up, okay? And I'm going to tell you, by the time that I was done with this, even though they were paying me good money every month, just for one project, I was about ready to pack it in. How many of you have ever done a website for someone else and can relate to what I'm saying here? And by the way, I was getting paid pretty well for one site, right? Was getting paid pretty well. But I'm telling you, when I got done with this, do you want to know what the one thought I had was? The one thought. When I got done building this and I still had to make tweaks for the client, you know what it was? It wasn't necessarily never again. It was pretty close to that. But what really kind of scared me was this. It scared me that I was like, how does anybody have more than one client doing this? Can you guys relate? How does anybody have more than one client doing this? I put my heart and soul into this. And what became very clear to me is doing things this way, building it on WordPress from scratch, doing all this tweaking, it set me into a place where I said, I don't know how this could be a business for anybody. And so it kind of made me take a step back. Now, here's the thing that I knew really quickly after this. Even though, like I said, I was getting paid pretty well. If I could have scaled $600 a month, that would have been something pretty powerful. But this is what I understood pretty quickly. Building sites from scratch and maintaining them was not for me. But I did not give up. Why do you think I didn't give up on the whole website thing, even though I had that experience? It was a good experience. Now, by the way, I let that client go just because I didn't want to do it anymore. It was too much what I had built. But why do you think I sort of kept with it? Why do you think I sort of kept trying? Here's the thing I realized. Every single business out there needs a website, and most of them, 95% of them at least, know that they need a website. And here's the other thing, and this is important. I want you to type in a number 3 if this makes sense to you. Wait for it. I realized that websites are something that people keep paying for month after month. Does that make sense? And so even though I'd had this super crappy experience, even though it would have been something that it was a good client, but it was just such a wear and tear on me and I couldn't build it up, I realized that this was something that I was going to keep getting paid for month after month. I just had to get a better system. So you guys know me, at least the ones that have been on a webinar with me before know me. Here's what I did. I worked and messed up a ton. But along the way, every time I messed up, I kept learning. How many of you can relate to that? I know there's a lot of folks here that are just as bullheaded as I am and will keep busting their head against the wall of a problem until they bust through. So this is what I did. For the next 7 years or so, I've been doing this. From 2011 to now, I've been doing this. I've been trying to dial in the system. And it wasn't until a few years ago that I finally tried to get this down and got it down right. So after a few years, just literally, guys, beating my head against the wall, I finally came through the wall like the Kool-Aid man and busted through the wall, and I was able to put together a system that actually allowed me to scale to hundreds of clients with a lot of profits and relatively low maintenance. So my question for you is this. Would you like to see that system today and get into it hardcore? You want to get into it? Let me know in the chat. Cool. So here's what we're going to be covering in the next 40 minutes or so. Okay, the next 40 minutes or so, this is what all of us are going to be doing. Part 1 is, before you get into this, I don't want you to dive headfirst into this and just not know the conditions. Part 1, I want to tell you about what's happening out there right now in the marketplace that makes this one of the best times to start putting together this sort of subscription business, based on building websites for businesses. There's some interesting things that have happened in the last couple years and some interesting businesses that have jumped into this that are creating an environment that is very, very favorable for everybody here on the call. Number 2 is, I'm going to show you the 3 templates that you need to build out a great website for your business clients that will actually get them results, meaning not only are you profiting, but they're going to profit because of the way that you built these things. And it's only 3 pages. It's only 3 things that you really have to have. And we're going to get out of just, how to build a website mode. We're going to be talking about how to get clients through the door mode, copywriting, things like that. And I got the templates. I'm going to show you those things. Part 3, I'm going to show you the math of how you grow this thing over the next 3 to 12 months. And then part 4, I'm going to show you guys how you can build your own website subscription business starting next week. Does that sound like a good spend of our time? Give me a yes if that sounds like a good spend of the next 40 to 45 minutes for us. Give me a yes in the box. I'll take one more drink of water and we'll get going. Oh, one more thing. If you stay till the end, of the call, I'm going to show you something that is going to blow you away. I'm going to show you something that is going to allow you to get clients without having to walk through their doors. I'm going to show you a funnel that I call my website makeover machine. And I think that you are going to be absolutely blown away by how you can use this to get clients. So if you stay all the way to the end of the call, I'm going to show you a very special way that I get leads for my websites and how I respond to them. Does that sound like a good deal? Just a little bonus for you for sticking around. And like I said, this funnel, you're going to laugh so hard when you hear how it works, but you're also going to be blown away by how well it works. So if you're wanting to get website clients from a distance, trust me when I say you're going to absolutely love this website makeover machine funnel. It's the easiest thing in the world, but once you start using it, you're going to be blown away. All right, so let's dive in. Let's get started. Let's talk about part one, the ultimate subscription business. This is unique conditions that are making websites a gold mine. So here's the thing. Out there right now, there's about 5 things that are happening, and I keep my ear to both the online marketing world and I keep my ear to the ground in local business world of what local businesses are going through. There's about 5 conditions that are causing a perfect storm for us right now. And it's really interesting. A few of those conditions, believe it or not, have to do with what big giant website building companies are doing. Okay, and we can play off of it because it's actually helping us out a lot. Let's walk through this real quick. Condition number 1 of these 5 conditions. There are big companies out there right now that build websites for businesses that have preconditioned people that websites are a monthly cost. And most people, whether you realize it or not, in small business world, do not build their own websites. Why? It's not necessarily that they're not capable. It's that they don't have the time. They're busy being a doctor. They're busy being a dentist. They're busy being a florist. They're busy doing all the things that actually power their business, and they're more than willing to pay a big company. We're not talking about, a startup. They're more than willing to pay a big company to build their website for them. So let me just tell you this. There's Wix, there's Squarespace, there's all these places where you can build your own website. I hate to break it to you. If you think there are a ton of small businesses out there actually doing that, you'd be right. But there's more that don't and are more than willing to pay someone else to do it for them. It's just what's actually happening out there. The really cool thing here is right now, the big companies, the giant companies that are out there doing it, the Haibus, the Chiromatrix, the folks like that, they are out there killing it right now by building websites for small businesses. But here's the problem that I have with most of those big companies. And I think you guys can agree. A lot of these big companies, and I'm not naming which companies are doing this, the big website builders, but they're selling a lot of low quality material and still charging a high monthly rate. How many of you have seen that out there? You know what I'm talking about. The big companies, they literally have thousands and thousands and thousands of clients, and the templates they're using templates too, but the templates they're using are mediocre. And here's what's actually happening, guys. They are making the small business, our people, look bad. Can you guys agree? They are not accurately representing what is going on inside of that business with the website they're building for that business. So understand, with just those 2 things, do you think this presents some opportunity for us? They've been preconditioned to pay good money every month, but the quality of what is being delivered to them is not great. I'd say that's something that is great for us. Now let's keep going. Here's something I call second wave syndrome. And that's just something that you have to understand. Second wave syndrome. Most of you guys can look out there and see that at least the businesses that are out there, and there's new businesses popping up every day, but at least the businesses that are out there right now, they're coming to the end of the life of the last website that they had built. Would you guys agree with that? Meaning maybe it was built in 2011, 2012. It's like looking at an old photo from 20 years ago. You can't believe you were wearing what you were wearing. You guys, does that make sense? I feel like I wasn't, too crazy with my stuff. But when I look at old photos of myself wearing certain things, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what's happening. That's what I call second wave syndrome. These businesses are looking at what they had built years ago and realizing, I'm not keeping up. I'm not competing. And this looks like we're old and outdated. So a lot of business owners are very aware of that right now. They're very, very aware of that right now. Now, the next thing is this. Websites have and always will be what I call a price of doing business asset, okay? Every business knows they should have one. Whether they've got one or not, they know they should have one, and they know that it needs to be something that looks good. This is not, oh, I can live without it. This is something that every business out there knows that they must have. I'm not going to beat on that. I think everybody understands that. Here's the last thing. You can provide a lot of value at a very low cost if you template things and have good systems, meaning you can go out and beat just about everybody out there if you template things and have a good system. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. I don't want to call anybody out, but this is a friend of mine. This is their website. I want you guys to tell me how much you think this particular website, it's about 5 pages, how much this website costs this business per month. Per month. Per month. Not at once, per month. Per month. What do you think? Per month. I guarantee you there was an upfront fee, but per month, this is a $99 a month website. 99 bucks a month. Now, let me tell you, guess who I am building a website for next week? Guess who I'm building a website for next week? It's already locked. It's already locked and loaded. These guys. This is somebody that's coming on. These guys. Because we saw an opportunity, went on it. Now, if you paid really close attention to this image, you can tell where this was built. You can tell where this was built. But this is 99 bucks a month, probably a pretty healthy upfront fee. And let me ask you guys a question. Can every one of you do better than this? Right now, before I even teach you anything, can every one of you do better than this? Here's what I know for a fact. Every single one of you could do better than this, but guess what? If you did do better than this, it still may take you a lot of time to scale because you put too much work into it. Would you agree? You put way too much work into it because you got pride. So here's the thing. I know for a fact that every one of you can do better than this right now, but the problem is if you were to put your heart into this and make something that looks good for this business, and we're going to take care of this business because this pissed me off. This pissed me off. The thing that we're going to show you guys in the next couple minutes is how we do it, okay? How we do it, how we templatize things so that we can go in with a template, make the end product look very different depending on our clients, and we can do some amazing things. So we can do better. Can everybody say in the chat box right now, we can do better? I know everybody here can do it, but I want to show you how to do it in a way where you're not spending so much time and you can move on just like these big people. You're just going to have better templates and better systems that they are. Okay, so number one, people are paying for this. These are people I know. These are smart people. This is not someone that's not savvy in business. This is a smart person whose site this is. All right, so let's keep moving. Part 2. I think it's time for me to show you if we're going to go in and do better, what are we going to do better with? So I'm going to show you the 3-page template that we use to make sites, okay? The 3-page template that we use to make sites. So I need to start by saying this again. I'm not really selling websites, not as you would traditionally think of them, okay? You guys knew when you got on this call, we're not just going to build a website, right? Everybody knew that? What we are going to be building for these businesses is we're going to build something that looks like a website to them. We're going to build something that sort of seems like a website to the untrained eye, but what we're going to be selling is what we call a lead and conversion funnel, okay? Everybody else out there on the planet is not going to see what these sites are doing, but these particular websites have what we call traps. Every piece, every square inch, every square pixel of this is loaded with traps that are designed to convert casual traffic into actual customers. Okay? Here's why I can charge $99 to $199 a month. I wouldn't have to change anything from the big ticket model that I just showed you, but here's why I deliver above and beyond. I can charge $99 to $199, even $299 a month because I give my client an automated sales engine that works for them 24/7. Let me ask you a question. How many of you would rather sell websites and how many of you would rather sell a sales engine? How many of you would rather sell a digital sales engine to a client? Oh, that just happens to look like a website, right? Of course, we're selling a website. It's a website. But I would rather, when I get up in the morning and I look myself in the mirror, I want to know that I'm doing everything I can to help the business on the other side who is paying me the money. How many of you feel that way? How many of you feel that way? You got to have that part too, right? That's the crowd that I seem to attract. It's the ones that when they look at their bank account and they see that the dollars are stacking up, they want to know that they earned it. So I'm about to get to the templates. One more disclaimer. I'm not going to read all this. Please, please, please don't overcomplicate this. You have permission to do it. You're an adult, but fight the urge to make what I'm about to show you difficult. Okay? If you're ready to start seeing these templates and what I'm doing, give me a yes in the box and just promise me you won't overcomplicate this. Trust me, your jaded internet marketing brain, because I have one too. We're all in the same boat here. Your jaded internet marketing brain is going to want to make you think that you have to overcomplicate this. Please don't. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's talk about this. There's 3 pages. Before you can even think about what platform you're hosting this on, what technology you're using, you have to think about what the damn site is supposed to do. Does it matter if it's a WordPress? Does it matter if it's a ClickFunnels? Does it matter what theme it is? Does it matter any of those things if you don't have a plan of what the pages should do? So let's get all that crap out of our head for a minute. Does it matter the technology if you don't know from a sales perspective and from a psychology perspective what these pages should do? No. Okay, so here it is. First glance, these are going to seem super simple, but I can promise you that there's a lot going on here if you pay attention. So there's 3 pages. The first one, and we're going to go, and you're going to actually see some of this too. This is not just boxes. You're going to see it in a minute. The first one is what we call the bait. Okay? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I only give the bait to my premium package, meaning $199 a month and up. Now, we'll go through that in a minute of what that actually is. But the first page is what we call a bait page. And it can be a collection of pages, but this is a bait page. What this does is it gives the business a way to attract people to their site all the time. One of the big things that I see with small businesses is they never have a real excuse for someone to actually come to their website. Can you guys agree with that? Can you guys agree with that? Other than if somebody's just desperately in need and looking for them, there's no real attraction. So the bait is something that is an advanced thing, but it gets people to come to the site. Now, here's what's cool about this. You don't have to have the bait part to get $99 a month. This is when you go $199 and beyond. But we'll come back to that, okay? Just understand this particular page, and I will show you what it is in a minute. This particular type of page is something that is super, super great for a business because it drives new traffic. Here's the next thing. The next page is something we call the bond. So the bait, the bond. The bond is the page that takes care of a few core things that instantly bonds the person that is viewing that page to the business and the people that run that business. Does that make sense? Let me repeat. The bond is the page that instantly pulls the casual viewer in and bonds them to the people that run the business. Does that make sense? At least from a 10,000 foot view, and we're going to get deeper and deeper. Does that make sense from a 10,000 foot view? Just how these 2 pages work. Okay, I'll get deeper. Don't worry, I'm going to show you these in just a second. But this particular page, its job is to suck people in and make them feel like there's a human behind the wheel of this business. A real human. Okay, finally, we've got the closer. So you've got the bait, the bond, and the closer. The closer is the page that is sort of the last line before someone clicks the buy button on a web sales page. So you guys know that, I don't know if you know this from a copywriting perspective, but right as we get down to the bottom of the page where the buy buttons are, there's a few sections that are really designed to help us close the sale. The first part of a sales letter is really bonding. Hey, I know what you're going through. I understand. I used to be going through it too. And now I figured this out. So here's the method. Here's what we've got for sale. And then at the very end, there's the close. Does that seem very familiar from a sales page perspective? So How a sales page works is at the top, you've got the stuff that bonds you towards the person. Then you've got the product. And then you've got this section down at the bottom that is designed exclusively to close people, meaning get out all the other distractions and really get rid of the last few objections that someone has to buy. So here's the 3 pages: the bait, the bond, the closer. Does everybody have their screenshot taken of this or notes taken of this before I move to the next slide and start digging into each of these? Give me a yes if so. That lets me know that we're good to go. I know you guys take notes, and I want to make sure everybody's good. Okay, awesome. Awesome. So now let's dig in. So to dig into this first, because it's not a part of our premium package, I'm going to skip the bait until last, and I'm going to show you guys what the bond looks like. Okay? Here's what the bond looks like. Now, I've blurred out some things for copyright purposes, but this is what we sell at a $99 per month package. Now, this page is designed exclusively to make a casual browser feel at home with the business and make them feel like this business is on top of things. So let me actually talk to you about a couple core things with this. Number one is this page has to be clean and laid out well. Does everybody understand that? Clean and laid out well. The reason is when you get to a website that is laid out well, that is clean, that it's easy to find things, in the back of your mind, what does that make you feel about the business that you're about to do business with? Everybody please answer. What does that make you feel like when you see a clean, well-designed, attention to detail, easy to read business website? What does that make you feel like? Whether you realize it or not, here's what's going on in the back of your mind when you go to a website that works like this. You start feeling like they've got their shit together, like they are organized, like they are the kind of people that pay attention to detail. Do you all agree? Give me a yes if everybody here, if you agree. We'll see what everybody thinks. But when I go to a website or a Facebook page that is well laid out, designed well, and is doing what it's supposed to be doing, getting me what I need, it makes me feel as if what's going on inside of that business is mirrored. Okay, that's instant credibility. So here's what has to happen on the page. Write these down. This is important. Number one, they have to meet the star of the show. Now, there can be more than one star of the show, but they have to meet the star of the show. Meaning if it's a chiropractic, dental, restaurant, they need to meet the person that's behind it all. They need to meet the person that is the expert that stars. Does this make sense before I move on? After that, they need to meet, and this is all on this first impression. We don't hide this in the back. We don't hide this on other pages. We put it out front. This is the page that people land on. This is our front. They meet the supporting cast. Another thing that they need to do is they need to see the office, or they need to see the building. They need to see the place where the star and the supporting cast perform their art. Does this make sense to everybody? Give me a yes and I'll keep moving. After that, they need to see what we specialize in. Meaning, I'm not just some generic restaurant. I'm not some generic lawyer. I'm not some generic chiropractor. I specialize in these things exclusively. This is what I'm good at. Now, the next thing is after we tell them what we're best at on this page, we want to show them, yes, it can be 2. It can be 2 stars, but you guys get what I'm saying. But after that, we want to show people what other people think of the business. How many of you think testimonials right out in front are very important for a business? How many of you are starting to see the sales letter that is embedded in something like this and how it's very similar if you do it right? If you do it right. So we want to show them what other people think. Once you get all those things in, you have checked off several psychological boxes. Would you all agree? Give me a yes if you agree. If they meet the star, if they meet the supporting cast, they see their faces, if they see the office, if they see what we specialize in, and then they also see what other people think right out of the gate. Right out of the gate. We have done the big things. even for a hotel or a resort lodge, which someone just typed in, don't you think it's super important that they see those things before they dig any deeper into the other stuff? Like, I want to know that there is a human behind what's happening, and I want to know they have a supporting cast. I want to know where this place is. I want to know what they're best at, and I want to know what other people think of them. All in front of me right away. Now, all of this throughout this site should filter people towards your closer page, which I am about to show you. Okay, I'm about to show you that. So, real quickly, does everybody understand this? That we filter people towards the closer page? Give me a yes if you understand that, just so I know you get it. Now, the last thing that we're doing with this particular page, and this is super duper important, guys, super duper important, is if they don't make it to the closer page, then we want to filter them towards a lower commitment solution. Does everybody see the little pop-up that I've got in a different window here? Can you guys see the pop-up? If they try to leave without going to my closer page, then I want to try to get their information. Guess what happens if I get their information? I'm going to try to call them on the phone and talk to them about that particular condition. So we've got really two very good funnels here. That are going to hit people on two different levels, no matter where they're going. Now, let me ask you a quick question. I think this is important. Do you think that this pop-up pops up on the closer page? Do you think this pop-up pops up on the closer page? Abso-freaking-lutely not. Why not? Why not? Because if they made it to the closer page, I don't want to distract them with anything else. If they make it to the closer page, which you are about to see, I want to close them. So let's dive into that. So what we've got now is the closer template. I want you guys to pay attention to the top of this page. What disappeared from the top of the page? Can everybody see that? What disappeared from the top of the closer page? That's different. Ah, interesting, right? We got rid of the menu and the nav bar. Now, they could still click the logo and go back home, but what did we get rid of? We got rid of the navigation tab. Why did I do that? It's a distraction. And so what we want to do here is we want to get rid of the menu. We want to get rid of distractions because this is what you would consider the bottom of your page. Now, what this page does is this. If they make it here, we know they're a lot warmer than the average person. If you're going to put, by the way, if you're going to put a retargeting pixel anywhere, guess which page you want to put it on? Right stinking here. I don't want it on the bind. I want it here because they're about ready to become a patient. And if they leave from here, I want to target them with other ads. But that's advanced. Let's keep going. Here's the thing. On this page, what I am doing is I am future pacing them so that they can start visualizing themselves going through and becoming a client. By the way, for those of you that missed it and weren't paying attention, don't worry. On our main page, the bond page, there are multiple ways. This new patient start here, schedule your appointment. Down through the page, there's more of those. If they click any of those, they move on to anything that says, I'm thinking about becoming a patient or customer, then we filter them through to the closer page. Does that make sense? I didn't cover that, and I want to make sure. Does that make sense? Good. So the only way they get to here is if they kind of raise their hand and say, yeah, I want to keep going. So on this, how to get started. We show them what they would be doing. And then below that, we have what I would say is a frequently asked questions, which is, what do you think the frequently asked questions section is doing? What are we doing? For those of you that are a little more versed in sales copy, what is the frequently asked questions section doing in here? It is killing objections. Killing objections because they're to that point in the sales cycle. So we've covered 2 pages so far. Does everybody understand that even if this thing happened to be ugly, which it's not, but even if it happened to be ugly, how this would be more effective than 99% of the things that are out there? It's important that it stays beautiful, but we understand, right? Okay, perfect. So right here, those 2 pages, those 2 things are the $99 a month service. I have an email list attached to it. There's no email, there's no video, there's no sliders. We keep it simple. Why do we keep it simple? Because simple converts. It's pretty, but we keep it simple and we keep it structured like a sales letter because it converts. So guys, what are you really selling here? Are you selling a website here? Yeah, it can be considered a website. It looks like a website, but it is a sales letter in disguise. It is a sales letter in disguise. Okay? Now, there's a few of you right now that are saying, well, that's 2 pages. That's 2 pages. That works. And we've got a sales funnel. It gets all this stuff out there, phone numbers, hours. That's all on there. By the way, hours are on your first page, due out at the very bottom. And a lot of you are thinking, well, how does SEO play into this? And if we got this, what could be left? What could be left? This is where I do things a lot different. This is the bait template. This is what you would call a blog. How we tackle all the SEO questions, how we tackle all the content that people would be excited to come read and then end up on the main site. This is where we put in bait. So here's the thing. If a person has a blog and it's well written, then it brands them as an expert. Would you guys agree? This page is all about traffic and branding our client as an expert. Okay? Now, this is a monthly excuse to share something on social media that basically says, this is why this business owner, this is why this business rocks. Most businesses fail with marketing because they don't have enough to talk about. With content every month like this, we give the business something to talk about every single month on social, everywhere. By the way, guess what you guys know I do a lot of social media stuff for clients on Facebook especially. Guess what I slip into the mix in with all my other posts? I put the content that they post. So this shows the owners and anybody else's expertise. And it filters people back to the close page. Okay? It filters people back to the close page. This works as great ad content if you do ads. This is great for social media traffic and SEO as long as the topic is on point and the writing is great. Now, how many of you see this? By the way, this is the $199 plus per month to add on the blog stuff and the content. But how many of you see this and are wondering, well, how in the heck do we provide the blog content that's focused? Who is wondering how to do that because you don't want to write? You don't want to do it for your client. Stick around to the end. Stick around to the end, and I'm going to tell you about the solution that we built for you. Sound good? Deal? Deal? We'll write it for you. And you don't have to think about it. You can just charge money for it. Okay. So, 3 pages. 3 pages. Now, the blog, if you want to talk about this, if you actually put a blog in, is that technically more than 1 page? Yes. Yes. But it is designed to be easy to manage and to flow. Now, does everybody understand this so far? Does everybody understand this so far? Give me a yes if so. Yes. By the way, somebody said, was there a home page? Which of the pages that I showed you so far was a home page? The bond. The bond is the home page. Okay? So the bond, the one that shows all those things is a home page. And we're basically rocking a 1-page style website. These work really, really well. All right. So $99 a month. What I do is $99 a month. If I just sell the 2 pages, the bind and the close, that's pretty much a complete website. And we take it to $199 a month or $299 a month if we add in the blog content. Everybody good before I move on? Everybody good before I move on? Okay. So if that makes sense so far, what I want to talk about next is the math. How many of you have already sat down and done the math on how this business would work and how many clients you'd need before you got to even the call? How many of you have sit around and done the math? Okay, I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to do a little something different for the math today that I hope will be a little bit refreshing for you guys. I'm not going to be using what we call internet marketing guru math to show you this. I'm going to be using real person. This is actually how it is math. Is that okay with everybody before I move on? If not, I can go back and use internet marketing math. That's totally cool with me. But if you would like for me to use actual profits, actual real person, what you're going to actually go through math, please give me a big yes in the box right now. And I'm going to stick with real person math, and I will stay away from internet marketing guru math. Okay, that math drives me crazy. So I would like, okay, good. So all the votes that came in pretty much, I think I had 1 vote for internet marketing guru math, which is funny. Let's stick with base math. Okay, guys, so I'm going to give you the real math, like what a real business owner actually would be looking at. So let me show you how I run this. So here's how this works. My cost to run these websites is between $19.95 and $30 a month. Does everybody understand that so far? You got that written down? Got that written down? We charge $99 a month and between a $500 and $1,200 setup fee. Everybody good there? So here's what they get. Okay? They get a beautiful site that's actually a sales funnel. You know it's a sales funnel. You don't have to tell them that. I would. I tell them it's a sales funnel. I think it helps me sell it. But we're going to sell them a sales funnel disguised as a website. It's something that's going to sell for them instead of just being there. Number 2 is we're going to give them both the lead capture and convert funnel. This turns the website into something that actually works for them. So not only do they get the lead capture, but they get the conversion funnel too. Okay? That's built into everything that we do in my templates. They get monthly hosting. So we'll actually host it for them. Everybody knows hosting costs money. We do backups for them. We have what we call an emergency care plan. I give them a line that they can call. It doesn't matter if it's the weekend, if something breaks all of a sudden or they need to make a change because of something, I give them an emergency line to call and we'll get back to them. Okay, trust me when I say this rarely gets used, but it's nice to know it's there. And guys, for all of my folks, I typically stay away from contracts. So if they stop paying, the site goes away. What I typically do is I'll take a screenshot of the site for them and send it to them, and I'll give them their domain back, and then they move from there. They own the domain. If they stop paying, the site goes away. Everybody good there? I try to be as upfront as possible. So here it is. The setup fees mostly profit for you and pays for your time. I mean, it's not profit if you factor in your time, but it's mostly profit. The monthly profit is $70 to $80 per client. Everybody got those numbers down before I move on to the next set of numbers? Give me a yes in the box if you got those numbers down, and we move to the next set. We good? Okay. So that's it just at the basic package. You are going to be making 70 to 80 bucks. If you get a client and they do content with you, my cost when I do this with my systems, with my templates, is $30 to $40 per month. And we charge $199 up but let's stick with $199 and a $500 to $1,200 setup fee. They get everything from before, but they get 2 premium blog posts per month too. Everybody got that? Now your profit on this is $160 to $170 a month. How many of you think that content is kind of awesome if you've got a system for it? I'd much rather be making $160 to $170 than just $70 or $80. Okay? There's a system. Now, you couldn't do this if you didn't have a system, right? Does everybody understand this? If you don't have a system, it's hard. It's hard. Yes, the cost does deduct hosting. I built that in. I'm giving you my numbers. Okay. Now, here's what I want you to think about. For the next 3 months, if you were to go hard on this between your job and other responsibilities and charge the lowest setup fee and don't sell the advanced package or bundle and focus on selling 10 of these, how many of you think that that's something that would be a focus that's worth your time? Let me ask you this. How many of you think right now, just between these two, how many of you could go to Google right now and find 10 chiropractors and dentists that need new websites? Who could do it? 10 chiropractors, 10 dentists, without me showing you any of my advanced stuff of how I find clients, but could go find them right now. Just with a Google search. Like doing it the hard way. Okay. So let's do some non-internet marketing guru math. And let's just do the math at the basic sites. Let's say you knocked out 10 of these. $500 setup fee. You've got $5,000 in your bank account, $700 in recurring. Now that's after, like I said, each one of these costs you a little money to run every month, so we subtracted that out. $70 a month is about what you're going to clear. How many of you would like to have that right now? Wish you were there already. Now, this is not winning the lottery. This is a business. This is real. But for the next 3 months, I know everybody here, if they focus, could get that done, especially if you had help selling it, which we'll talk about in a minute. But this is what you bring in. Now let's talk about if you scaled that up. So this is 3 months. Let's talk about if we went a few more months out. How about 9 months out? And we really focus this on getting 30. This puts $15,000 in your bank account and $2,100 in recurring monthly income every single month, month after month. Now, let's go back to this. What is the beautiful part about websites when you sell them? Let's lock this in. What is the beautiful part about websites when you sell them? Rarely do they leave. Rarely do they leave. And let's think about it. They don't require a lot of maintenance. Can everybody agree with me on that? If you sell it that way up front, rarely do they leave and they don't require a lot of maintenance. Now, I also told you that I'm going to be not using internet marketing math. That's not only math on income, it's math on time. Let's talk about this. For every site that you set up, at least me and with the systems that I use, it's 1 to 2 hours to customize it. Super easy though. The biggest delay will be the clients getting you what you need. How many of you can say an amen to that have served clients in the past? The biggest delay will be the clients getting you what they need. That's okay. Why it's okay is they'll still pay you because it's on them. Per month, and this is optional, per month, you're going to spend a day on the phone calling your clients just to check on them and to say hello. Now, this is even if you have 50 to 100 clients, you just block the day out. You get on the phone and be like, hey, this is so-and-so from so-and-so agency. I wanted you to know we're watching things. I just want to see how things are going. It goes a long way. So once a month, I spend time going after that. 90% of your clients are never going to talk to you except for maybe that monthly phone call. 10% are going to need a little extra help. Okay? Your existing clients, these folks that sign up with you for the websites, what do you think the beautiful part about signing someone up for a website is? Also, besides the recurring income, they're the folks that you're going to sell the other services to. By the way, a little bonus tip for you. People love bundles. Okay, real quick. What I want you to do is pull out a piece of paper, pull out the notepad on your computer, and I want you guys to do this for me. If you left and you've got another window pulled up and you're just listening to me, come back real quick. I want you to do this exercise with us real quick because this is going to help you become successful. Okay? This is going to help you become super successful with this. I want you to pull out a piece of paper for me and I want you to write this down. In the next 90 days, I want to get blank number of clients, and then do the math. That will be this much. Let's just say it's a $500 setup fee. How many will that be in setup fees, and how much per month will you be making? When you're done, come back and say done in the box. Let me know that you got it written down. Remember, each client at the lowest level, $500 up front, $70 profit. Tell me when you're done, you got it written down. Now, the reason I'm asking you to do this is so that you have a goal. It's important to be reaching for something. I have a goal right now of what I'm trying to do this year with one of my new agencies. Okay? Let me know when you're done. Don't type anything in the chat box yet. I got another question for you, and that's what I want you to type in the chat box. So you got that math. Okay, we're going to wait 20 more seconds, and then we're going to move on. Lots of people coming in and saying they're done. Good. Good. Awesome. I want you to write down one more thing for me. You don't have to write the whole sentence out. Just write the numbers. Write 365 on this one. That was in the next 90, and the next 365 in the next year. So a year from now, think about where you're going to be sitting. A year from now, I want to have this many clients. That will be this much in upfront fees and this much per month. And I want you to have in the next year goal. Write that down right now. Do that for me real quick. Okay, in the chat box, I want you to tell me how many clients you want to have in a year from now. You don't have to put the numbers. Just tell me how many clients you want to have a year from now. Put it in the box. Lots and lots of answers. Good job. Be realistic. Be realistic. Tell me how many you want, though. I love it. You guys are doing some really good stuff. What's so great about the numbers you guys are putting is just about every number that I've seen is reachable, and it's absolutely life-changing in the income that it would put into your pocket. Can you all agree with that? Reasonable in terms of if you put in the work, and absolutely life-changing. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you want to know how you can build your own business doing this? Do you want to know how you can build your own business doing this? How to get all of the tools, all the templates, everything. So I'm going to ask you one question right now, and I just wanted you to answer honestly, and then we're going to get into how you can build your own business. Top of your head, right now, without looking, without going to Google, how many of you can think of 5 local business owners that need a website that actually works for their business right now? Top of your head. They've got one right now that's actually making them look bad. It's not servicing them. It's a waste of money overall. And you can think of 5, just top of your head, not Google, but top of your head, 5 businesses that you can go out and help. Now, here's what I know for a fact, because I know you all, most of you all by name. I know you all very well. I know this for a fact. Every single person on this call could leave this call right now and go get a client and build a website for them and get paid. Whether you believe in yourself or not, I know the technical abilities most of you have. I know that everybody here can do it, because if you've been in this industry for longer than 6 months, you're more skilled than most people on the planet. Period. So I know that every single one of you could build that website. But here's what I also know. I know it's extremely easy to mess this business up, just like I did 7 years ago. It's hard if you don't have the systems, if you don't have the systems to sell this, and you're just beating your head against the wall and you feel like you're saying the wrong thing. It's hard if you don't have the onboarding systems. It's hard if you don't have the templates to build the sites and ways to deliver it that are intelligent. It's hard if you don't have those templates, if they're not done and ready to go. It's hard if you don't have the experience, and this is going to be an eye-opener, I think. If you don't have the experience of doing this the wrong way, it's hard not to do it the wrong way. Luckily, I do have the experience. I've done it the wrong way for a long time, and I finally figured out how to do it the right way. Now, do I have your permission? Do I have your permission to offer you my help, experience, systems, and templates so that you can skip all of the mess, all of the learning curve, and start building your own website subscription business starting next week? Give me a yes in the box if I have your permission, and we'll keep going from there. Awesome. Thank you to everybody. I appreciate the permission, and I like to ask. I do. So here's what I want to talk to you about. I am extremely excited to invite you inside the website subscription model. This is a full behind-the-scene access to how I run my favorite subscription-based business and the templates that I run it on. Now, I want to tell you about what you're going to be getting inside that's going to help you stand apart and help you skip all of the mess that I had to go through and so many of you have tried to go through. I'm going to help you skip that. And it's basically segmented into a few parts. Part one is literally, I want you to go out and be able to find 50 pieces of low-hanging fruit in one day. What I mean by that is I want you to have 50 prospects that are extremely ready. You can just tell by looking, extremely ready to at least hear what you have to say and to see what you can do for them. Now, how we do that? I have a few very powerful search strings that I use that are special searches that I could use to find businesses that fit into what we called the perfect storm earlier. They've got things that really expose them that you can fix and help them with very easily, and especially for what you're going to be able to deliver. I'm going to show you how to look for the ammo that you can use to sell these businesses once we find them. And I'm going to show you how you can use your competitors, the big guys out there. I'm going to show you how you can use their vanity against them to find the perfect clients. So this first part, it's all about how you can go out there and find people that are ready so you're not beating your head against the wall for people that aren't. Who's excited for part one? Part two. I'm going to show you how to break the ice. I'm going to show you exactly how I approach clients in person so you can see how that works. It's a little bit different when we're doing website sales. I'm going to show you exactly how we approach people in person. I'm going to show you exactly how I approach people from a distance. If I can't get to their office, how do I get in front of them in a very intelligent way that gets them raising their hand and saying, yes, I want that, so that we're not always just seeking them out, but they're actually coming to us. I'm also going to show you a very special digital funnel that I use to set myself up for success when breaking the ice with a client. Who's excited about having that? How to go from the salesperson that they see every day, there's 90 of them a week. How do you set yourself apart? I'm going to show you those things. Part three, this is where I'm going to show you how to sell websites. It's a little different than your standard stuff. There's a few variations to what I normally do, but it's super important. I'm going to show you exactly what to say in a website pitch meeting. That's over the phone, that's in person, however you do it. I'm going to show you how to use the 3-page template to blow them out of the water so that they're ready to sign up right there. How to handle any objections. I've seen just about all of them at this point, and I'd like to show you how to handle them if any of them come your way. Finally, how to explain the setup fee and how to explain the monthly fee so that it's an easy yes for them. Does that make sense? How many of you are excited for that part because it's going to really help you get a leg up on everybody else out there? Give me a yes if so. Finally, what I get the most excited about and what took me the absolute longest time to get to is this one, the tech stack. how to set up and customize their site fast. Literally, if you had all the materials from them, you could do this in a few hours. It's super simple. So you're going to learn what services I use to set up the sites fast and to keep my costs down. I have done so much research on this. It's pathetic, but you get to benefit from it so that you can keep your costs down and your profits up. How I handle email addresses in their existing sites. So when they switch over, does it break their email? We don't want to do that. So I'll show you how we handle that. How to use any niche from scratch template. So I have a template that is easily adaptable to any niche that you will get, and we'll show you how to use that. Finally, how to keep the tech organized so you don't go insane. I'll show you how we start doing this, how we keep people organized so that you can really, really keep things together. Finally, just so you guys know, this particular section is worth 10 times what you're going to pay to get in. Okay? Finally, part 5, what most people might not think is important, but it's extremely important. How do you onboard your clients correctly? How do you get them going so that you don't set yourself up for a problem down the road? How do you frame what they're getting from you correctly so they're not bothering you all the time, but you still deliver value? So this is what you do monthly to fulfill and making them feel like their money is well spent with you. How to set up the billing so you can take their credit cards and have everything deposited to your bank account. And something I think is real important, I'm going to give you guys what I call my keep happy secrets. This is a few things that I do every month that's pretty simple, and some things I do every 6 months that is extremely big on keeping them coming back as a client. So let's recap so far. We've got number 1, finding the low-hanging fruit, finding those clients so you know that they're ready for a website and what we would call an advanced website. Part 2, how do you break the ice with these people so that it's not like you're every other salesperson out there trying to sell them something. Part 3, I'm going to show you once you actually get in front of them, how do you actually sell them the website in a very easy way. Part 4, how do we set up these websites? How do we actually provide the service and get these things up? And how do you do it in a way that's not going to eat up all of your time? Okay? Part 5, onboarding and fulfillment. Now, let me ask you something. So far, how many of you are excited to learn this, to get the templates, and to be ready to go as quickly as possible and get started? Who's ready so far? Those of you that are around me a lot know that I'm not done. You know that I'm not done. I got a little more value to add to you, and I think you guys are going to be blown away by this. I got a few bonuses that are specific, but I think that they're going to add a lot of value, and more importantly, I think they're going to give you a jump start so that you can go out there and really nail it down hardcore. It's part of the basic package. You guys are getting, as part of the basic package, you guys are getting a take this niche template and apply it to anything. But I wanted to get a little more specific so I can give you a leg up. So what we're going to do is bonus number 1 is I'm going to give you the done-for-you chiropractor website template. Guess what? It was written entirely by a copywriter who happens to be a chiropractor. And everything about this template is easy to edit with whatever doctor you happen to work with if you're working with chiropractors. And it's easy to change the colors. It's easy to change the text. But more importantly, the text that is already on the website is written not only as a way to convert visitors, but it's written very much with what is happening in office. I don't know many people out there that have the experience to create something like this, and it's going to be in your hands. This, I know the value says $1,000. Trust me when I say it's a lot more than that, because I know what it cost me in time and money to get good enough to put this template together. And this is the one that we sell for all of our chiropractors. This is for the first 100 buyers today only. Now, number 2, I'm also going to give you my done-for-you dental template. You guys are going to have access to this, and it was actually written and put together with the help of a dental hygienist, and we're working on even more dental staff to help us with this kind of stuff. This is what you can go out immediately, and sell this with your dental people. So right out of the gate, you've got 2 extremely dialed in templates that you can go out and you can sell. Now, this gets you taken care of to have a lot of low-hanging fruit right out of the gate and to provide a $99 a month package. Would you all like to see with the next bonus what I'm going to do to help you get the $199 package taken care of? Give me a yes if so. What we are about to launch is done-for-you blog content. We're launching out, the first content that we're going to be launching out is both for the chiropractor and the dental space. And so what you're going to be getting is this. Every month for your clients that are on the premium package, both in the dental and the chiropractic right now to start, we are going to be writing 2 blog posts. One is advertorial style. One is more image-based. We found that the balance of those 2 gets the most traffic. All of this content will be written in a way that is, as I said, it's an advertorial and it's designed to brand your clients as the expert. Now, normally what we were doing is this, $299, $95 a month. There's a 10 client license that you get with that, okay? 10 client license, so you can use it for 10 clients. If you need more than 10 clients, and you probably would, we'd go from there. What I'm going to be doing for everybody that gets in today for the website subscription model is I will give you all a coupon that you can sign up for, and you will get this content. You get one package. You can pick chiropractic. You can pick dental. And for $99.95 a month for that niche, you can have it for limited clients. Does that make sense to everybody before I move on? So instead of $299.95 a month, you can use it with 10 clients. You guys are going to be able to sign up for a content package on the niche of your choosing for $99.95 a month. And I'm going to remove the 10 client restriction. You can use it for as many dentists, as many chiros as you want. If that makes sense, give me a yes. And we'll talk about more of that on the inside. By the way, professional writers, technical writers, we actually are hiring people in the field to write this content. And then we come in and polish it up with sales stuff. So we'll talk about that on the inside, but everybody that gets in today, that is a bonus. So let's recap. We've got everything in the main package that we just went through. We've got the done for you chiro template. We've got the done for you dental template. We've got the done for you content deal where you're going to save, when you sign up for one of these, you will literally save $2,400 a year on it. And we're doing that because it sets you guys up to be super successful. So here's the deal. I know everybody's excited. I know they want a link, but I don't want to sugarcoat this. All of these things make it extremely, extremely valuable to my business. This stuff that's on the inside that you're about to get access to are my trade secrets. It would cost you a small fortune to get the templates and business systems in here. And even if you did it yourself, it would take forever. It took me years. Now, all of this starts to add up when you think about what it would cost to have a copywriter lay out your templates and funnel for you like we have in these templates. What it would cost to have a professional designer to lay everything out and polish it up. How many hours you'd have to spend to figure out all the shortcuts that I'm about to show you inside. How many costly mistakes you'd have to make to learn this. Trust me, I made them and it was expensive. And how much money and time you'd have to spend to start learning this from scratch. I think everybody here understands that the value of what we've put together is huge. Not only from what I'm going to save you money-wise, but time. If that makes sense, give me a yes in the box real quick. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to save you at least 5 years of costly mistakes and learning the hard way. And I'm not going to ask you to pay the 5 to 10K that I should charge for my templates and the hard-earned business systems. If you're ready to go and you're ready to get in, give me a yes in the box right now. Okay. Those of you that know me, you've seen something like this before. And when you see this red show up, you know you're getting a monster deal. This will not be on the replay after we go past the allotted amount here. But if you're here with me live, anytime you see red, you know you're about to get a deal that will absolutely blow you away. Let me walk you through this real quick, okay? Because you're here live, there's two versions of this webinar recording. There's the version that people are going to see after we sell 125 seats, and there's the version that you're seeing right now. So once we sell 125 seats, the link gets pulled out. I want you to use code DFYWEB at checkout. If you see that code and you understand, say yes in the box. That's for Closers Cafe. That's for everybody. We wanted to keep it simple today. If you see that code and you have it ready, give me a yes. Awesome. Here's how this is going to work. The first 25 buyers are going to get 50% off the price shown at checkout. The first 25. The discount percentage gets a little less every 25 sales. It's 10% each time. So buyers 1 through 25, 50% off. Buyers 26 through 50, 40% off. 51 through 75, 30% off. 76 through 100, 20% off. You lose all the bonuses there. 101 to 125, 10% off. If you're buyer 126, you have to pay full price. Now, some people will say, Ben, I hate when, this is the way that does things. That's okay. What we are putting out to the public is going to be the full price, and it's the price that we should be charging for this. What I'm doing now is giving you guys the opportunity to get it for less. So this is not a, scarcity play. This is, I would much rather give you guys a cheaper price. So before I move on, when I leave this slide, I can't answer any questions about this slide. I can't talk about the coupon code. Before I leave the slide, give me a yes if you understand. If you have any questions, ask the question now. Got a lot of yeses. Want to make sure we're all good. Okay, I'm going to leave this slide in 5 seconds if nobody says. Tony, what was your question? I missed it, buddy. I won't move on until I answer your question. Yep, Daniel, same thing. Sorry, buddy. It just was flying at me too fast. I must have missed it. What's your question, Tony? Tony. Everybody has this question. Tony, can I answer that? Here's what it is. Tony says, does this run on WordPress? Tony, we don't run the main 2 pages on WordPress. We run the blog on WordPress. Trust me when I tell you guys, the way that I do this is revolutionary. I think a few people had that question, so great. No, we pay for the autoresponder. Trust me, I'll show you how to do that and keep it cheap. All right. Everybody good? Are we locked in on the $100 monthly right away? No, Daniel, I'm not locking you guys on any monthly fees. There's no monthly fees with what I'm doing. That is a choice for you later on if you get in. Does that make sense? Cool. I'm going to show you, for those of you wondering, the templates that we have are done in ClickFunnels, but you don't even have to have a ClickFunnels account to set this up for your client. The way I've got it worked out for you. I'll show you. All right. We'll do more questions at the end. Does anybody have any questions about the discount before we leave this slide? We're about to put the link. Sorry, Lowell. I was just trying to make sure everybody was taken care of. Okay. Guys, I am extremely pleased to announce that we are launching the website subscription model, and I'm excited to welcome you in. All you need to do right now is go to closerscafe.com/website money. Closerscafe.com/website money. It just popped up in your chat. Go there now and hurry. I want to make sure that you get all the bonuses and everything that we promised. Make sure you get there. I'm going to be recapping things. I'm going to be taking questions. Do me a favor. If you have a question, I want you guys to type QQQ. And as we're moving through this, that saves everything up for me. I can see it. If it's got QQQ, it stands out. And we're going to get to your questions as we go. Real quick, I want to recap what you're getting right now. Part one, I'm going to take you through the low-hanging fruit. How do you find the businesses that need this stuff right now? That's what you got to find, the ones that are dying for it. Once you find them, I'm going to show you how to break the ice with them, both in person and from a distance. After that, I'm going to show you, once you get the meeting, from breaking the ice, how to make that transition. We cover that in 2. Part 3, once you get the meeting, how do you get in there and you actually sell these things? It's easy if you understand the system. Part 4, tech and setup templates. You're going to get our Any Niche template. Our Any Niche template is going to be inside of that. Plus, I'm going to show you all the setup, how we keep our costs down, how we're using everything, the tech that's behind it. We're going to be rocking that out. Part 5, onboarding and fulfillment. I'm going to show you how we onboard clients, how we get them through the door, how we make sure they're happy month after month so that they keep on paying us and you keep on stacking the recurring income. Bonus number 1, to save you time off of the niche, Any Niche template that you're getting, we're going to give you the Done For You Chiro template. Bonus number 2, same thing with dental. We're going to give you the Done For You Dental template. After that, we've got a content deal. You don't have to take the content deal, but if you want us to write the content for either chiros or dentists, that's what's going to be available first. It's not going to be the $2.99 a month per niche to write. And trust me, if you guys have ever paid writers before, good ones, you know that that's a deal right there. You're not going to pay $2.99 for 10 clients. You only have to pay $99 a month for unlimited clients if you want that service. My advice to you is, don't buy that service until you have a client ready to go. Don't buy that service until you have a client ready to go. But when you do get ready for it, you have that coupon ready, and that's what you'll be able to use. No one else will get it at that price. So, total value, you can see that. Remember, stick around to the end. Stick around to the end. I still have one more thing to show you guys, how we get clients from a distance with the makeover funnel. So those of you that are sticking, make sure you're good. Do me a favor right now. While I am on this slide, remember, you can go to closerscafe.com/website money. I want you to type AAA, I'm in, if you're in. So I got some QQQs. I want AAA, I'm in. If you made it in, give me an AAA, I'm in. I'm on the inside. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to learn this system. And I am excited because I'm excited that you guys are there. So real quick, I just want to welcome Rob. We got Bruce Mayo. We got Barry Hollis. We got Greg. We got Laura. We got Simon. We got Melanie. We got Thomas, Greg, another Greg. We've got Mary. Hey, Mary. We've got Lynn. We've got Michael. We've got Rob. We've got Ken. We've got Byron. We got Lennon. We've got Utano. I got too many to keep mentioning, but like I said, make sure you hurry in. Those bonuses are apparently going really, really fast. And I'm going to make sure we start getting to questions very soon. Make sure you get in there and you keep going. All right? So, guys, jump in, get in fast. I want to make sure you guys are getting in there. Now, how we're going to be delivering this is bonus number 4. I'm not just going to turn you loose. I got to show you how to drive this Ferrari, how to drive this Porsche. You are getting a high-octane vehicle, a system that has been tested over years and years. I was recently at a Porsche drive event. They had to put a person in the car with me so I didn't wreck the darn thing, which was smart because I probably would have wrecked the darn thing. And I was really excited because I got pretty good at driving really fast because I had someone sitting next to me. Our bonus kickoff call next week, it's going to be on Wednesday, and I'm going to walk you guys through how to use the machinery that I'm about to put in your hands so that I know you're going to be able to be successful and you don't struggle. The other thing with this live kickoff call is this, is if anybody gets to work on this and they run into problems, you have my team standing behind you. All you have to do is request a phone call. We'll get on the phone. We'll get on a webinar. We'll show you how to do it if you run into any problems after I show you how it works. We stick with our customers because when you all make money, I make money. It's a good business. It's a good business. So that's that. Make sure you are going to closerscafe.com/website money. Get in. And when you get in, and if you've not said it yet, type AAA. I'm in. I'm excited to see you in. And remember, if you have a question, type QQQ or I won't see it. QQQ or I won't see it. I am collecting questions right now. Just make sure that you type that or I will miss it because there's so much flying at me right now. Thank you. One more bonus. Why not? Guys, I'm not a web designer, but I fake it really, really well. And as a bonus, I'm going to show you guys a couple things that when coupled with the templates will make you look like you were a great web designer. So just some web design hacks that I'm going to show you. Even if you're not a good web designer, you're never going to be like me. I'm going to show you guys how to pull this off, okay? How to pull this off so that if you keep these 3-4 things in your back pocket, you use our templates, you're good, okay? Remember, go to closerscafe.com/website money. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to answer a couple questions. If you're sticking around because you want to see the makeover machine that I used to sell from a distance, stick a little bit longer. We're going to get to it, but I got to answer a few questions first. Okay, so Desiree says, is the website template funnel and ClickFunnels or WordPress based? It's a combination of two. And the reason we do this, Desiree, is actually for an interesting SEO purpose, okay? But half of it is a ClickFunnels website, that it's a template. Even if you've never used ClickFunnels before, I'm going to show you how it works. Even if you don't have a ClickFunnels account, I'll show you how you can use it for your clients. You're basically going to use my account in a very interesting way to set up accounts for your clients. Okay, so half that, if someone signs up for WordPress, for your higher level service, we set up a WordPress. I show you how to clone those really quickly from a template, and you're going to absolutely be blown away by how all this works. Okay, so we've got that. Deborah, contact our support team on that. Guys, if you have any payment issues, anything that you want to know about payment, what I want you to do is there's a link popping up in your chat right now that's going to be drbenhelp.com. If you have anything that you want to know about payment or you're having trouble getting in, send that to there. drbenhelp.com. My team will get you there. I'm going to try to answer content questions here. They'll help you with your payment stuff. Okay? Roger, yeah. Let's see what we got here. So we see 2 websites if we offer a premium. Yes, kind of. But trust me, when I show you how that works, it's not going to seem overwhelming at all. It's actually really intelligent the way that we do it. It's just not what most people do, which actually, if you think about it, is a good thing. Okay? How do we set up and modify these sites? Rafal, I'm going to show you all of that inside of the training. So we'll go over that. Does the content you produce follow your advertorial masterclass model? Abso-freaking-lutely. It is our Bible for writing content no matter what niche we're in. If a bunch of us use DFY, Kyra, there'll be a problem with duplicate content. Not really. You'd be surprised when you get down to the local granular level, Chris, how that's not as much of an issue as what's said. That said, Chris, if you want to make some edits on your end because you want to do some things, our content's going to be super easy to do that too, and you'll see why. Okay? So we can use a coupon later to sign up for the DFY blog content. Yes, inside of the actual training, Laura, I have you stamped if you bought inside of this. If you go to closerscafe.com/website money and you buy, I have a timestamp of when you bought. If you're within the first 50 to get in, I know when you bought and you will get that coupon. Okay? By the way, because there was a little bit of a rush, if you're on the call right now and you make it in, I'll make sure you get that if I have you timestamped during the time of the call. Okay? You're here live. I'm not going to cut you out because of that. Okay? So let's see. So if I can't subscribe right now, do you have something like a mock-up we can sell off for our clients? Sorry, I can't give away our proprietary information to folks outside. This is our flagship stuff, okay? Yeah, good. No money back guarantee makes us really put our nose to the right. So Rick, listen, you know I'm a money back guarantee kind of guy. I'm all for it. I love doing it. What we can't do, Rick, and the reason that I have to do this way is because with done-for-you stuff, with templates, it's super easy for someone to buy in and steal them and then leave. And so, Rick, as much as I love the money back guarantee that we do for 99% of all of our products and software, the things that we do, I can't do it with this, and I think it makes sense why. Hope you get that. If the client cancels, do they lose the content? Yes. Okay. Multi-pay options, hit up our support desk. Marion, yes, you're good. Jim, it's the same code across the board because we're mostly those folks here. Renison says, what about car dealership templates? Here's the deal with car dealership templates. Most car dealerships do not use this kind of style thing. They've got to use something that's based from the dealership. So what you would do with car dealerships is you would actually be usually doing it for a small group or one of the salespeople. That's how we do it, is for by salesperson or for a group of salespeople. That's when you're going to use our generic one, and I'll show you how to build from there. Are there any monthly fees? What are the costs we have beside the course? So Anthony, when I was showing you guys the cost per site, that's what it is. Typically that involves an autoresponder. It involves what we call a baby ClickFunnels account that most people don't know even exist. We're going to be using a baby ClickFunnels account, and we're going to be using, if they go for the premium, a WordPress type of hosting. The cool thing, Anthony, is you don't have to have any of those until you get a client. You can use our stuff to sell. If you decide that you want to do those things, that's cool. But trust me, with the way I've got it set up, the fees that I showed you are pretty much what it costs to run this thing. And that was way back when we were going over the cost of it. Okay? What was the coupon for the DFY blog content? I'll give that to you inside of the training. You don't have to have that right now. You're locked in on it. You're good. Aaron, let's see, buddy. It's the same code. I'll make sure you got it there. Okay? Let's see. Why are you doing the bait for the premium? Because if I'm going to go through the process of writing content for someone, they're going to pay me more. And just from a sales perspective, that's good. Let's see. What else we got? What if I have a ClickFunnels account? You're awesome. You're set, and you can do some things that I'm going to show you how to make more money per client if you already have one. For folks that don't want one right out of the gate, don't worry. It's easy. But I'll show you even how to make your hosting cheaper if you have one. Let's see. How do we have credibility? You give us a website for ourselves. Anthony, you don't need a website for yourself right out of the gate. But what you may have realized is, with what I'm going to show you with the generic template, you can use the generic template to build your own website really, really fast. Okay? Let's see if a client wants more added pages. Or Anthony, you can join Closers Cafe. Yeah, someone says you can join Closers Cafe and they'll build one for you. We do. If you want more added pages, will we be able to accommodate? I don't take on any clients that want a bunch of stuff that they don't need. But yes, you should be able to add a few pages here and there. Okay? This may not work for me, but it's just somebody with a lot of physical products. Yeah, you're going to want something else. What I would do on a physical product side, Michael, is I would set up the base package, and then I would also link a Shopify store to the background. What's so great, guys, is you're not limited to the themes on WordPress or the themes on Shopify. You have your front facer, and we do this all the time with our clients and with ourselves. We have a front-facing site, and then we strap them on the back so we get that stuff. Let's see what else we got. Remember, if you don't type QQQ, I don't see your question. Lots of folks in. I love it. Congratulations. I'm so excited for you. I'm still trying to get through your questions, guys. And then, like I said, stick around. I'm about to show you our From a Distance template. Will there be templates and blog info for other niches in the future? We'll see, Leslie. It's on demand. I'm always listening to you guys. That's the thing. If we've got a few people that want something, we'll do our best to get it done. When do we get access to the program? You're going to get access pretty much right away to sign up for the webinar. Wednesday, you get access to everything. I got a few bonuses after that we'll do after the fact, but you'll get access to the core, everything you need to get started there. Will I be able to adapt this to other niches? Yes. And Marlon, if you have any trouble, buddy, adapting it to another niche, you just hit me up and I'll help you do it, okay? Because sometimes some of those niches are a little tricky and I can help you work through those. That's part of what you're buying into now, is me helping you find new money by building new things for things that don't exist. So let's see what else we got. How does this play with the SES services and bots? I'm feeling overwhelmed. Hey, David, what is the one thing I've told you that is the foundation for all businesses? What do all businesses need at their foundation? And this is for everybody. No, not focus. Digital marketing stuff. What all businesses need at the foundation of their digital marketing? Bruce nailed it. They need a website and they need Facebook content. Website and Facebook content. If they've got those two things, then all other things start to make sense. Oh, real quick, I'll get back to that question. Do not go buy a ClickFunnels account right now. Trust me, I'm going to show you a hack that is going to save you a lot of money. Do not sign up for ClickFunnels just don't do it. Okay? So the big thing, David, is all my clients, before we run ads, before we run bots, they must have a Facebook page. They must have a website. They have to both look great. That's how this fits in. This is the foundation before you get to the other stuff. I don't take on a client for ads if they don't have a good website and they don't have a good Facebook page. So that's how I do it. So from there, no, not yet, Jason. It can't because it's Jason and Stefan. It's not going to work with Carta yet. It's just not where it needs to be for us to be able to do that yet. I know a lot of people bought into that, but it's a new platform. It's not quite where we need it to be to do what we need to do here with that. It would cost you too much money, and you actually would be going against their terms of service if you did some of this stuff. I'm trying to keep you guys legal too. What are you doing to ensure compliance with GDPR law coming to effect May 25th? That's an out of the blue question, Ken, but sure. Ken, you want to know what I did? You guys want to know what I did to make sure we complied? I hired a bunch of lawyers that are teaching us so we can teach you. That's what I did. So I got a team of lawyers right now, Ken, that are helping us with GDPR. If you don't know what GDPR is, don't worry. I'll be telling you about it soon. We'll make sure you guys are good. Abby, you're good. I'll send you the replay of that one part that we're about to do. Remember, guys, in just a couple minutes, I'm going to be showing you guys one more hack to get clients from a distance. Get ready to get blown away. We'll get through these questions. Regarding if a client decides to leave, how do you justify taking everything away? I don't take everything away. I give them their domain back, and I take the site, I screenshot it for them, and a lot of times, Byron, if they really want to keep the site, but they don't want to keep going with us, then we can work out a deal. I'm reasonable. But I let them know out of the gate, if they stop paying, it goes away. How are these hack proof? Well, we don't, I guess anything can be hacked, Larry, but how do most things get hacked, Larry? How do most things get hacked? And I don't remember saying that they were hack proof anywhere, but how do most things get hacked? Social engineering. So my advice, Larry, is keep your password away. Keep the password to log in away from your client. The other thing is we're not doing a lot of WordPress stuff on the basic sites, so that helps us too. Okay, what else we got here? You get good backups as well. That's a key. What if they don't want to get rid of their main website? Then don't sell them a website. Period. Go find someone else. Harris is in. I'm already in. Already have done 30 social posts where the officers are making this an upgrade. Let's see. No, that's different. Let's see. I'm in. So just to be clear, we don't need to pay the ClickFunnels $200 a month or whatever. No. You may want to when you get like 50 to 100 clients, Keith, but no. With what I'm going to show you, you don't even have to have your own ClickFunnels account. I'll show you how it works. Did a lot of research over the years to figure this stuff out, and that's a great thing we've got. We can use their old domain name. Yes, I'll show you how to do that. We'll get a little technical there, but I'll show you. What else? If my main business offer is SEO, will this not work for me? Jason, I don't really know what that means. I think SEO-wise, it should work really well if you put the content package on. Let's see what else. What if clients are accustomed to doing site updates? Do you recommend them giving them access? That's a client-by-client basis. I have to make sure that they're good. Okay, is it cool that I wait to answer a few questions and show you one more thing and one more bonus? Give me a yes if it's cool if I wait for a couple more questions, because I know you guys have questions waiting. Is it cool that I wait and get to the last thing and give you one more bonus that's maybe going to push you over the edge? You ready? Okay, let's get to the last thing because I think this is cool. So first things first, thanks for staying. You've been patient. I appreciate that. And congratulations to everybody that's bought in so far. For those of you that haven't, I'd like to show you this and maybe give you one more reason to jump in. So are you ready to find out how I get clients from a distance? I like this one a lot, by the way. All right. So check this out. This is what I call the makeover machine. By the way, everybody that buys in before we get to a certain level, and we'll go through this in a second, is going to get this funnel. So you can use this tool for your business too. Let me explain it one more time. If you're ready and you're still paying attention, give me a yes in the box so I know we're all here and we're ready to jump into this. Okay, good. So I want you to check this out real quick, because what I'm about to show you is something that it wouldn't really work for anything else that we sell. But this particular thing, it works beautifully for, especially with the way that we're building sites. So check this out. I run an ad, and I have to laugh when I talk about this. I run an ad that says, ready to see what your new website looks like. Ready to see what your new website looks like. Use our website makeover machine now. It's got an image that looks like this, the website makeover machine. Enter your URL and get a glimpse of what the 2018 version of your website looks like. And I had to truncate that a little bit, but there you go. It leads to a page called the makeover machine. Everybody follow me so far? Give me a yes. Now you and I know damn well and good this is just an opt-in, a clever looking opt-in page, right? This is just a clever looking opt-in page that we've put together. Now, what they do is they put in a few pieces of information for us, including their phone number and their email address and where their website is. And when they opt in here, we get a notification. They are taken to a thank you page. It's just a standard web page. It's got a little interesting thing on it. A thank you page that says the makeover machine is prepping their website now. And we'll email them within 24 to 48 hours with what their new website will look like. When I get one of these, I have a phone number, I have an email address, I have a name, I have their old website. I prepare a little presentation. I quickly mock up a new website, or I show them something with samples in it, but I like to mock up the website because it's fast. I quickly mock up a website based on stuff from their old website, and I put together a quick little presentation, which I can show you how to do, and I send it over, and then I call them on the phone as soon as I send the email. What have they done if they go through the website makeover machine? What have they told us? By the way, this is not software. It's just a landing page and a thank you page. What have they told us, though, if they do this? They've raised their hand and said, I'm interested and I'm hot. We prep this. We get them on the phone. We go through our presentation because we already know they're hot. Now, the first 50 to sign up, and if we're past 50 live on the call, anybody that gets in before the end of the call, I'm going to send this funnel to you too so that you can use it. We'll do it as a bonus session after our main call. You don't have to build it. You can use the one we've got. You can start running ads to it, and you can get clients from a distance using this whole system. I laugh because it's kind of funny the way it's set up, but if you don't think this works, and I'll show you how to do this. And by the way, I'll show you how to run this thing for super cheap where it's working for you all the time. It doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. Make sense? So as my last bonus, the first 50, or if you get in while we're live on the call, the first 50 are also going to get, so you don't have to build this yourself. You don't have to worry about the follow-up emails, what we say on the phone. I'm going to teach you all that stuff. This will be a separate call. I'm going to give you guys the makeover machine. So do me one more favor. If you're still here and you're in, give me a big yes in the box, and that lets me know that you're excited about what we're doing. Awesome. Awesome. I am so just freaking pumped to teach you guys this. One last time, we're going to go through what you get inside of here, and then I am going to close this baby down. Part one, low-hanging fruit. How do you find the right clients? How do you find the right clients, guys? How do you do that? Part two, how do you break the ice with them, both in person and from a distance? Part three, once you get on the phone with them, once you get in person with them, how do you sell this stuff? Part four, how do you actually perform the service? How do you take all the systems that took us all this time to build and use them for yourself? Part five, onboarding and fulfillment. How do you make sure that you say the right things to a client when you first bring them on so that you know the rest of the relationship is going to be great? Bonus one, done for you Chiro template. Bonus two, done for you dental template. Bonus three, you're going to get access to a deal on us writing your content that's going to absolutely blow you away. And it's going to remove a lot of the restrictions that we have. So big value here. I'm not even going to go through the bonuses, but everybody that's on the call, if you get in before the call's over, you're going to get the website makeover machine also. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump in and answer your questions, and I will not leave this call until I ask every single one of you the questions. Okay? So first things first. So I'm in. Just to be clear, we don't need to pay ClickFunnels $200 a month. No, not right now. Stick with where you're at. Maybe down the road, but no, not until you're making great money. Your templates have required pages, privacy, and all that stuff. Laura, I'm going to show you where to get those generated, okay? So privacy policies, all that stuff is very important. I'm going to show you how to get those done and how we do it. When is this going to be inside the members area? David, Wednesday. So I need to run you through some things before you get started with this. If not, it's super easy to mess up. So I want to be there with you live. I want to answer questions with you live. So that's when it's going to be available. Can real estate agents who work for national companies like Century 21 have their site as independent? They have to get permission, Donna, but yes. And you can use the blank template that we give you to build those things. I have a client meeting in 20 minutes and need to head out. Whoops. I guess I messed that one up. So maybe you're still here. I'll do my best, Bruce. Regarding if the client decides to leave, how would you justify taking everything away? Here's the thing, Byron. If you don't want to take everything away, work out a deal with them. And you can run your business the way that you want. I'm just going to show you how we run ours. Okay? You can make tweaks to it. I'm just trying to keep you in the pocket. I have a client in the optometry niche. Will this work for them? Absolutely. It's basically like a chiropractor or a dentist. Your templates, okay, I already answered that. WordPress portion, does it matter if what a client uses as an example, WordPress service from a domain? Roger, I'm going to recommend you guys towards a WordPress service that served us well, and it's been very cost effective, and it allowed us to do some things that no other place did. I would recommend you don't mess with a lot of the WordPress hosting that's out there because it's mediocre. I'm going to show you what we used and why we use it. Okay? Who backs up the sites? Daniel, most of the time they're just automatically backed up. I'll show you how all that works. But you can offer it as part of what you're doing too. With content on the sites and the subsequent monthly blog content, how are you overcoming duplicate content? Because at the local level, it's not going to be such a big thing. Trust me. Ken, any new client in Europe today will require GDPR. Yep, we're working on that. We're working on the compliance stuff, buddy. So I'll let you know. We're working hard on GDPR for our UK folks. I haven't forgotten about you guys. I know that we're facing GDPR stuff too, everybody that's on the web, but especially in Europe. So we're going to work on that to make sure, buddy. I'll get back with you as soon as I know more. Do you show us how to outsource all this stuff? Anthony, once you get going with this, it's so systematized the way I have it, you could show somebody how to do this. So literally, Anthony, when it's all said and done, put your outsourcer through our training, but they have to be your employee on your password. Put them through our training and you'll see what we got. Do you use reseller hosting to host the accounts? Sorta. It's weird. It's a state-of-the-art thing that we're using, and I've never seen anybody do it before. So the service that we use, I'll show you that. Can I still get everything? I'm just waiting for Daniel, contact support on that. Are the sites mobile optimized? Absolutely. You could not. Absolutely. That's just all I'll say. There's no way we're going to do this and not do that. Just to verify, pet stores, Michael, if you're doing a lot of inventory, like I said, if I'm doing this, I would use the front end as our basic sites, the back end as a Shopify. It's really sort of outside of that. If you're wanting to sell products, it's going to be a little different than that. What about the bait for the premium service? That's a WordPress setup. Let's see. And yeah, we're pretty secure with those, and we do daily backups. I'll show you how all that works. If you have real estate agents who have their site via their home company like Century 21, are they allowed to have their own ones, Donna? Same thing. You got to ask permission. Let's see. Will this work for real estate if they have permission? Is there an email sequence that's part of the website if prospects opt in? Yep. I forgot to mention that you guys get that too. I'm writing that for you too. Done for you content is a later add-on. Yep. Don't worry. I'm holding that discount for everybody that bought today so that you guys can get the content at a cheaper rate. You don't worry about it. Ben's got you taken care of. If you bought in, that will be something that's in front of me. Yeah, until like Rick, basically until you get a client, you don't have to get a lot of expenses going. Just the way I like to do things, Rick, is I'm a bootstrapper. I don't like there being a lot of expense until I have money coming through the door, and I pass that on to you guys with how I teach you to do stuff. So you're saying to pick a niche and focus till you're making 10K or then abouts. Would you suggest branding everything for one niche? Keep general. Keep it general, but focus on selling to one niche, Byron. That's going to help you a lot. Is the whole website going to be local SEO friendly? Yep. You'll see. Are you using clients from afar, or can I use what they teach? Yes. Couple that with this, and that's a good one. I've been working on onboarding physicians, plastic surgeons, and mental health professionals. Looks as though this is ideal for them too. Yeah, absolutely. Restaurant, grocery store. Restaurants, yeah. It's going to be a little bit of a tweak. You're going to have to think about it a little bit, but it still sort of fits in the same stuff. Menus, you're going to have to work on that on your own. We don't do a lot of menu stuff, but I can work on something for you. Just remind me. It's not part of the program, Renison, but I'll look into it for you. Home office, no building, no reviews. I'll show you the no building part. You'll just have to take out that section. No reviews, you're screwed. You need to go get reviews. I mean, you can take that part out until you have them, but get some reviews. Go do something for cheap. Get some reviews. Oh, let's see here. Is this webinar downloadable? No. All DFY will be the same for all clients. Yep. Keep it simple. You know why I tell you to keep it simple? Because there's already jokers out there selling content that's not even close to good. It's all duplicate content that works. And they're charging good money for it. I bought it for years as a chiropractor. Awesome. Heidi, I don't have one on the books yet, but I'll think about it if you stay on me. I just got to get this done first. Will it work for life coaches? Yeah. Nutrition coaches? Yeah, I'd say so. Should we only sign up one client per city or state? Absolutely not. Sign up them all. With websites, it doesn't matter. It's a foundation thing, not a lead driving thing, not on its face. Get them all. Get 10 in one town. You can change the colors, so you're fine. All right, guys, I have given all my attention to you all, so I have no idea where we are in sales right now. So I'm doing my best to just make sure I'm going to hold as much of a deal for you guys as I can while we're on the call. When the call ends, the number stuff kicks into place. Raj, hit up support, drbedhelp.com. Actually, could you type the buy link in one more time for folks that maybe just came in a little bit late so that we've got that? Let's see. If it's a site for chiropractor we're doing, will there be a new patient form in it? You have to take their form, Desiree, and link it to the site. So same ballgame. That's what we always do. What if I own the domains and the rent is so they leave and just turn it over to a new renter? And then rent it. So you can do whatever you want, Dave. I'm just saying what we do works for us. If you don't want to follow it, you want to, I'm not going to say complicate it, but if you want to change it, that's up to you. But I can't guarantee you anything. The VIP content, will you be adding other niches as time goes on? Elizabeth, it's with like anything. The vast majority of our folks right now serve a couple core niches, and so we do more of our stuff there. If I get enough requests for a certain niche, we definitely look into it. Okay? All right. Guys, we're coming pretty close to the end. I think I got most of everything. Did you learn something today? Did you learn something today? If you're on the fence, I want you to tell me why you're on the fence. Like, give me something in the box. But at its very core, I hope you learned something. Every call we do, I know it's your time you're giving us. I know you're putting it out there. What is it that you picked up that you can go use? I always try to pack in tons that you guys can use, whether you end up being a part of our advanced programs or not. So part of this is for them to get their own domain or point one to yours. Roger, I'll show you how to do that. If they don't want to use a new domain or they've got one, I'll show you how to do that. Let's see here. Prob, it's you, but I'll show you how to do it, okay? Leslie, I just relearned I need to redo my own website. No worries. Let's see here. What do we got? Awesome, Marlon. I love it. Let's see. Fitz, I want the closing stuff and other info, even though this won't work for my niche. Would your membership help? Michael, I would say it depends on what you're doing. Closer's Cafe for me is for people trying to build a recurring income by helping local clients with lots of different services. With this, if you think it's not a fit for you because it's not going to fit your business, I'd say this is not for you. This is for folks that are wanting to go out there, go after the low-hanging fruit and build a recurring income with building websites. Okay? Kat, hit up my support desk. Maybe they can work something out for you to help. Okay? Awesome. 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 Cool. Guys, I think we answered just about any question. My last request for you is this. If you're doing something a little later today and you've got a question that pops up that we didn't get to answer while you're on the call, do me a favor, go to drbenhelp.com, drbenhelp.com, type this question into our support team. My support team will get on it. They'll get you taken care of, okay? We're looking for your questions. We want to help you. I'm so freaking excited to be able to offer this to you guys and help. But if you're on the fence and you got a question that comes to you later, hit us up. If not, save your questions. If you got in, save your questions for the live call. I will answer them personally when I teach you how to pull all this stuff up. All right, be good. I love you a ton. Take care of yourself. My team right now is going to get on the task of putting the replay together and getting it up as soon as possible. Listen, you just spent 2 hours of your day with me. I don't take that lightly. I love each and every one of you. If I only know your name in passing right now, let's fix that. I know 90% of you that are on the call today, and that makes me happy. But if I don't know you yet, don't be a stranger. I want to know you more. Be good. Thanks for being here. Thanks for spending your time with myself and my staff. We're going to get to work on the replay. I'll talk to you all soon.